Oh, dude, as soon as I hit the go live button, my knees started hurting really bad. This isn't a good sign. You just don't want that in your life, you know. Then again, my kneecap, literally my kneecap. I'm gonna turn my mic down a little bit. I feel like it's gonna start peaking. There we go. Literally, I feel like what was I even gonna say? Oh, so I actually do genuinely have a problem with my kneecap where it is out of place. It is too high. Uh, and because of that, it is not compatible with my nerves or something. I don't know. I'm not a medical doctor. I have an English degree. You give me science, I'm just going to completely lose it. So, anyway, what am I doing today? I'm making me's today. I'm actually going to turn on my Spotify so I can have something to listen to. So I'm not just sitting here in silence talking to no one. My desktop audio is currently muted because if I'm listening to Spotify, I'm not out here trying to get DMCA'd. Where are we? Here we go. Turn that down a bit. Shuffle. Okay. Now back to what I was doing. So I'm making me's today. For anyone who doesn't know, for anyone who's here at the beginning of the stream or any VOD watchers, I actually sorry, I'm getting so distracted already. But I made a me. I made a me. I made a mod for Wii Sports Club where I made 111 new CPU Miis, and it took forever, but it was actually really fun. I enjoyed doing it, and a lot of the ones that I made, I'm very happy with. I think I have gotten pretty good at mimicking the Nintendo style of Miis. Thing is, there were a lot that I just didn't really like all that much. So I'm basically gonna spend this stream, probably another stream or two. I don't know. There's 37 in total out of 111 that I want to replace, which, if you do the math, that is exactly a third. It's really two-thirds. Me being happy with two-thirds of them isn't bad at all. Let me go to this. Where's the folder I have? So I have a folder with all the Mii's I would like to redo, and basically just kind of going to be keeping a lot of the details about them. I'm just picky like that. Like, it's hard to explain, but um, when I get to a Mii, I'm basically going to look like, is it a guy or a girl? What's their favorite color? I am going to take into account nationality just because, why not? I want to make this feel as Nintendo-esque as possible. Um, but I don't know. That's kind of just what I want to do today. I want to go through and remake some of my custom CPU Miis that I wasn't too happy with. So, first one that I have. Actually, before I do much else, let me pull my phone out so I can have some. Can make sure I can see chat. Who's emailing me? They filed a cease. Excuse. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted again. I saw an email. Apparently, there's a union that issued a cease and desist order against my school. That's crazy. Quoting unfair. Was it unfair labor practices? That's. I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, let me get to my chat so I can actually see what's happening. Can I do that? Yeah, I still don't feel like changing the thumbnail. I'll turn the volume down so I'm not hearing myself through my phone, even with my headphones on. Okay. So there is kind of like a way to do like a Nintendo style Mii. It's hard to explain, but the thing about a lot of Mii's that I see like with YouTubers, um, Let me go to me characters. No, not me studio. Can we get me characters? I sorry if I me. Isn't it mecharacters.com? Does that not exist? Yeah, it does still exist. So yeah, if you look at these, a lot of me's are just very shitposty, and I'm not a fan of shitposty me's. Never really have been. I thought this was Bruce. Um, but if you see YouTubers using me's, they're either very shitposty or like super basic. Like they're guest C, or not even guest C, but they're like the default me with like two things changed, and I've always thought that was lame. Um, Nintendo style me, like, is something more like this out of Kristen Stewart. Okay, that's sure, but like the kind of thing where it's like an actual person. Like this looks like a me that a person who cared would make, if that makes sense. Um, but anyway, first one I'm starting with is a pink girl who I made Japanese, and I just refer to. I use the shirt color as an adjective. That's just what I do. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost in all my windows. Okay. Yeah, I find it really funny. I've gotten like a whole bunch of people in my community tab replies being like, "How do you make your swordplay showdown mods?" I'm like, it is way too long to explain in a single YouTube comment. There's like spreadsheets and programs and all kinds of just junk that I'm like, you don't really want to listen to all that. Um, I'll stick with that one, sure. Should I go brown hair or black hair? I feel like a lot of the Japanese me's in Wii Sports Club have black hair. I feel like I have a lot of. Hang on. I have my. You can't see it because of the way my stream is set up, but I have my directories app open on my computer so I can just check. Uh, just going off of vibes. I don't know. I have a decent decent proportion of people with black hair, but I feel like one more wouldn't hurt. You know what? Why not? I'll give you black hair. I could change the head shape, but I don't feel like doing that. Why is it so cold in my apartment again? The heat is up to 72. It was at 71 last time I streamed. Um, there are some hairstyles that I just think don't look very good. Um, and I try to avoid using them. Believe it or not, I did make me's I like that use this like these super puffy hairstyles. I was impressed by that. Usually I think those look kind of stupid, but I don't know. I made it work. So what am I going? What do I feel today? Besides cold, I am so cold. Actually, I'm gonna let my. There we go. I told my cousin I'd let him know next time I was live, and then I realized I didn't do that. Oops. The other thing too, there are some hairstyles that are like turbo overused in Wii Sports Club, Wii Party U. The reason would love to put all my custom CPU Mii's in um, Wii Party U eventually, but as far as I know, they still haven't found the Me data file. Actually, let me try something. Game banana. Wii Party U anything. Wii Sports Club Resort. This is for Wii Sports. I've already done that. Yeah, nothing really for Wii Party U. Because the movie's so real, it's like actually really easy to get new Miis into like Wii Sports, Wii Party, Resort. Even Wii Sports Club isn't that bad. It's a little annoying just because you have to deal with like a bunch of layers of compression, but like it's fine. We've all had to do that. Actually, I'm gonna go back here. I'm feeling some kind of blush for you, but I don't know what kind. The actual process of getting the Mii's into Wii Sports Club, the 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 hardest part is just getting the Mii data. The I the way I have to do it is like I have a Mii and I get a Discord message. That's just my friend responding to something I said earlier. I'm gonna message him and tell him I'm live actually. Okay, cool. So what was I saying? The way you actually have to get Mii's into the game is I make them on here just because the browser is nice and easy to use. I can use my mouse. Then I have to actually go into my 3DS and recreate them. And, like I know it is very possible that I could just like load up my Wii U and stream from that and make them use there. But like I don't know. I don't really feel like getting that all set up today. But yeah, I have to once I make the Mii's on here, you have to recreate them on my 3DS, save them as QR codes, get the QR codes off of the 3DS, and then put them into this site called ConvertMe, which I think I have. Yeah, this website here. So I have an AES key in my document. Will not be sharing it, but once you do that, you enter your QR code and it will convert it into a usable CFSD file, and then you have to put them in the game according to the IDs that you want. It's really stupid. Takes forever. I regret doing it all at once with 111. Actually, did I do it with 111 or did I do it with like 90? Might have done it with only 90, but still, it was too many to do at one time because it was so boring. It's so boring. Anyway, back to this. Sure, we'll go with that. Why not? I don't feel like scrolling all the way down. I need this top tab anyway. Is it not big enough to fit on my screen? Oh, there you are. You did show up to my chat. Uh, my eyes landed on this one. I'm just gonna go with that. Yeah, in case since you weren't here for the beginning, I was just explaining how I make custom CPU Mii's for the Wii U games and Miitopia. I did actually make a mod to put all of my custom CPU Mii's into Miitopia 3DS. Do I have a way? Hang on, do I have a good way to show what some of my custom Mii's look like? You know what? Here's I have a really stupid idea. What we're gonna do is I have somewhere. Oh, it's on my community tab. Gonna have to scroll for a while. we get a live look at what my algorithm looks like. We have to scroll down for a while because I posted like several months back. Where is it? Yeah, so these are. Okay, can I open the picture, please? Zoom in so you can actually see it. It's blurry because oh my god, it's blurry because this is a really big screenshot that I took. Um, but yeah, all of these Mii's, like I have my own Mii in here. A couple of these Mii's, this one. Some of them were made from Miitopia enemies, and then a lot of them were just original creations. Um, there is this one up in the top right corner. I made him like all the way back in like 2019, so he's been around for a while. But I actually made him on my Wii. He's like the only Mii in this whole group that like doesn't use like you can just fully recreate him on the Wii. But I still put him in because I was like he works extremely well as CPU Mii. So I'm just gonna put him in. And then I did, and I was correct. Okay. Eyebrows are always the iffiest part, so I'm gonna come back to that. What eyes do I want to give you? Okay, I was for some reason getting paranoid that I forgot to turn off my desktop audio and I'm just playing copyrighted music. Thankfully, I'm not. I would play background music, but like I don't know what to pull from. I'm sure there's playlists of like chill Nintendo stream music, but like I don't know. I'm too lazy to find that right now. I was too lazy to change the thumbnail. You expect me to be not lazy enough to go look for a background music playlist. I mean, I can do that over the weekend, but like I don't want to do it right now. I'm too lazy. It's Saturday. I didn't sleep well. You gotta let me have some. You gotta let me have some freebies. Doesn't feel like the word I'm looking for, but normally when I'm making Mii's, I'm not yapping into a microphone, so I'm a little distracted trying to figure out what eyes would look good. But also, like, do I want to use one of the Wii U? I'm going to use one of the Wii U exclusive ones. What are we feeling here? I have a good feeling about these ones for some reason. Do I? I don't know if I do. I feel like there is a custom CPU who uses those, right? I think Kaori does. Yeah, so it can be done on girls. It's just not common. And yes, this is basically just a big excuse for me to share all of my unnecessary Mii knowledge. Do I go with these? I go with these. I'm gonna go with these. Do I go up or down? Or do I leave them there? I guess I'm not gonna move them up. The question is more so: do I move them down or do I leave them here? I'm gonna. Mm, I guess there's nothing wrong with going with a more basic one. So I can just leave them there for now. No, I'm not. No, I was looking at these. I kind of want to go with those. I'll do the Haruka thing. Do. This is the other hard part of the process that I'm mega indecisive all the time whenever I'm trying to do this. I'm I picked this first. I did this. I will only make them one narrower, but I'm committed to that now. I'm just going to stick with it. Otherwise, I will be here all day and we'll never get anything done. And you're going to be like, why did I even show up? Other than to listen to me talk. There's some fuzz on my microphone. It was bothering me. I feel like a lot of the. Leave it to me to just have a big repository of a picture of every CPU me from We Party U, but like, I don't know, it's helpful sometimes. Sometimes I just need inspiration, this is where I get it from. If I'm gonna try to emulate the Nintendo style, why not get inspiration from Nintendo made me's? You know? It seems like sound logic to me. I didn't even know what I was doing. There's only. I guess, yeah, I'll stick with the default nose. Well, no, they've. Welcome to the inner workings of my mind where I get, like, turbo indecisive about whether to use a different nose or not. How does this look if I make it one smaller? Maybe move this down. Ooh, now I'm onto something. Okay. Should I pick a mouth first? Hello, British Schnepp. Good to see you. So I'm probably not going to be looking over at chat very much because on my phone I'm still on this, on my computer screen. But, actually, if I just click on this... Ooh, I can! Wait, hang on. Are you telling me... Why is my stream not loading? Hello? What is going on? It's showing on my OBS. It's not showing here. Is it working? I'm looking at my control panel and it's just showing the first frame. And I need to know if it's actually working. Based on you reacting, I'm gonna say it is, but hi Theo. Yeah. I really hope this is working. I'm paranoid now. I was playing SMS randomizer yesterday. It crashed on me twice just because I was in Piata Village, I guess. But, you know what? I'm looking over my phone. It is actually showing this. I don't need to be paranoid. Everything is fine. Nothing is ruined. Back to this. My phone is literally providing me a live feed of what's going on. So if something's not working on my phone, it is... The screen is working. Good to know. Thank you for confirming anyway, but also I logicked my way through that, and now I feel better. I need to stop crossing my legs. It makes them sore. What eyebrows am I feeling? I'm not really feeling the default right now. Maybe these. Common strategy I like to move these down. No, that makes me look too upset. Line them out a bit. Now, okay. I'm cooking now. Once I work through all the indecisiveness and get something that works, I start cooking. I'm going to come over here. Do I want any of these? No, I don't. I clicked the wrong button. What am I feeling from here? None of the ones with the lips are matching the vibe. This one maybe, this one maybe, this one maybe. I'm just gonna try all of them, see how they turn out. I don't know if I make that one smaller. Now this is the kind of me you would see people in the Metopia or in the whatever Wii Sports Wiki, that community, this is the kind of me you would see them thirsting over because they're weirdos. Okay, that's a start. I like the look of that. Know if I change? Do I want to? I'm kind of happy with how this turned out. I'm looking at this. I'm like, this actually feels like a me Nintendo would make. Go over to my chat. Of course, I get it. Hey, you love reacting to things like that. It's kind of funny. Do I even really need to change the height? They don't usually do that. There's only like half of them that do that. And that's. I love how instead of gender, it's called style. The gender is dead. It's all about style now, which I think is that's kind of based. I'm not gonna lie. Favorite color, not gonna change. I was already said on that. I'm just gonna try see if any of these. I'm pulling on my headphone cable. Don't do that. Uh, no. The more I look at all these, the more I think the only one that this one. Oh, that does work. I don't know why that just adds so much. Like I feel like the thing about the facial features, these ones, like no one who's ever making like actual not shitpost me's, like normal looking me's that you put effort into. No one ever actually uses these, and having them adds actually like so much. It's kind of insane. Um, I am not going to pull out my 3DS right now because that would be boring. What I can do is I can take a screenshot and then just download that. I know my way around. I know my way around a browser. I also know my way around a Bowser, who's been called Browser several times by Mario Maker kids and Google Translate. I okay. I need to make a video where if I can ever get a bunch of GD YouTubers to like actually make something with me, like I'll donate to them all day, but if I can ever get them to make anything with me, I should make like a normal GD quiz that has like baby mode questions that go up to literally why would you ever know this? Two that also goes into this is ideas totally stolen from the video Mayro posted today, but I should go from like the turbo baby difficulty to like why would you ever know this? And then the second round is literally the same quiz, all the same questions, same answers, except everything is run through Google Translate a million times. That would be so stupid, but like I love Google Translate because it's so nonsensical. Like I post on my community tab. Let me go back here. Yeah, this video of Google translated Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. There's some point where it's Lakitu is like, I think I'm female. I own a notebook. So and then Mayro goes. She just puts a notebook in front of the camera. Goes checkmate transphobes. And I'm like, well, I could do that too. I'm a female. I have a notebook. It's even a Yoshi notebook. That's not the love. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this first one turned out. I haven't made Mii's in probably like 6 months now, but actually, why am I trying to care so much about the actual timing? But I haven't made Mii's in several months, so this has me feeling good about getting back into the swing of things. So I'm gonna do. You can't see any of this. I'm gonna go to downloads. just because I know it's going to look like I'm deleting them, but I'm not. I have a screenshot with all these. The only reason I have to delete them. Yes, Theo, I have a Yoshi notebook. I got it as a birthday or a Christmas present. And it does not have perforated pages, so it's not really fun to tear out when I'm using it for class. Um, yeah, off in the mystical lands of my directories, I have a folder where I put the screenshot. Um, but the thing about Me Studio is you can only have up to 6 Miis in Me Studio Online, which doesn't really work when I need to make 111. And the other thing too is like I take screenshots of them, I archive them, and I have to make them on my 3DS anyway. It's not like I can get the data straight out of Me Studio. So you have to quit, and then I have myself, and then I can also just pick whether I want to do a guy or a girl. I want to do a guy. I have this guy. I call him Basic. He was the Dark Lord in one of my Metopia playthroughs. Actually, the one that I 100%ed, I'm pretty sure. Basic was the ex Dark Lord Basic I had. Yeah, I don't know what it is. The default me is just extremely funny to me. Um, Pictures, new folder. Should I make an old guy? I could make an old. No, I'll do that later. I'm gonna make a not that old guy. Not real great description on the part of me, but that's how it goes. This head shape's pretty versatile. This one's pretty versatile. I feel like I overuse it though. That's the problem. This one's pretty good. This one I could do more with. I'm gonna commit to this one. I'm gonna commit to that. We're gonna make it. Do I have? I'm just looking through my big folder of custom CPU Miis. I know I have a few with this head shape, but I don't know if I have one who has the suntan skin color. I don't think I do. The only one who has, there's two that have it normally, and I don't like either of them. But I guess that's why it's up to me to make ones that I actually like. Oh, I do have Dennis. I just randomly like. Oh, I do have one. I forgot about him. I have one that kind of just looks very inspired by Pitt. I don't care. I'm gonna make another one. What color do we're gonna keep him red? Why not? We're gonna let him wear red. Uh, Thankfully, all the male hairstyles fit on this screen. What am I feeling? What looks good? Oh, my neighbors are thumping. I don't think the microphone is picking that up because it really only picks up like what's directly in front of it. Um, yeah, if you were here, you would get to hear just how much my neighbors crash around. Yeah, it is annoying that the Mi Studio only has 6 Miis, but this is an extension of the Nintendo website, which for the sake of this, like the only Miis you're really making on here are um at least if you're like 99% of people, if you're not me with, you know, turbo me autism, most people, the only Miis they're going to be making on Me Studio are like their own Me to use as their Nintendo.com profile, which, I have myself, but it's, that's how it is. I have to deal with the normies ruining everything. Just can't let me have my autism and move on. I'm currently listening to Honey I'm Good by Andy Grammer, and I'm like, does anyone else remember when that was literally everywhere? I swear that was on the radio so much in like 2014. It's a fun song. I don't know. I get why people would think it's like really corny, but like I like some stupid fun. Uh, which one is this? Oh, it's that one. No, that doesn't really fit on this head shape. I could do this, but that's just Alphonse. I could, if I wanted to make him a mad scientist, I could make him look like that, but I'm not going to do that. I have a me a few a while back. I don't remember when this was, but a while back, me and my ex did this. We were looking at the randomly generated me's that you get if you're on the me maker in the me place on. I don't know what it's actually called, but if you're on the Switch, you can just get a whole bunch of randomly generated lookalikes, and some of them looked really stupid. And we had like a competition where we tried to make the worst lookalike me. So basically, what you could do, I'll show you an example. So like, I can always just start over, but like we have this, but what we could do was we were only allowed to use features and then not move them. So like you do that, we'll do this. You have a stupid hairstyle, make it a stupid color. Yeah, you could choose any feature you wanted. Just you were only allowed not to move the position to in the true look-alike spirit. I'm kind of just flying through these. So yeah, you'd end up with something like this for the stupidest CPU me. Some of them are bangers and well, quote unquote bangers, and then other ones like it's giving racism. Like it's hard to explain, but some of them is like I don't know. This it didn't feel right, but also like that idea was inspired by some of the lookalike me's you got because they're like they looked. It literally looked like the lookalike me's. They were randomly generated, but it somehow managed to look like they were doing blackface. It was really weird how that managed to happen. But, I guess that's the nature of randomly generated anything. You're bound to get a few duds. What was I doing? I was doing this. I feel like all of the Dennis doesn't. Yeah, most of the guys out. I have four guys with this particular head shape, and three of them use this. It's like I want to try to avoid that if I can. I will use a facial mark. But I don't know which one. I'll come back to that. So Andy Grammer has finished, and I'm now listening to a Rick Springfield song, which reminds me of last night. My ex was telling me he was at work, and I forget what he said the context was. He was trying to think of the name Rick Springfield, and he could only come up with Bruce Springsteen. And his coworker said something, but like my response is just congratulations, you have validated the need for Rick Springfield to make the song Bruce, which is a song all about how Rick Springfield is constantly confused with Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly why he needed to do that, because of people like you forgetting what his name is. I would never. Confusing two musicians from the 80s, I would never do that. Uh, no, you can keep brown hair. Can you? I don't know. Ooh, what do you look like? Dirty blonde. I might change that later, but I don't know. That might be onto something. We'll see. Again, that's. I'm feeling these. Can I make these work? For one, we're gonna make them thin. I've done that before. No. With this, we will tilt them like this, and then we'll leave them like that. And then for good measure, I'll make them gray, because that's what my mouse is on. And I want to use a nose other than this one. This one feels right for this head shape, but all the other ones have it, so I want to do something different. It's a nose I don't use very often. I do that one pretty often. Okay, try this. No, that's too big. Trying to decide, do I like it? I like it there. I'm gonna say I like it there. Yeah, the size of it, we'll just keep it like that. And then pick a mouth. Five concurrent viewers. Holy, that's more than I got when I was playing GD randomizer. Most I got concurrently was 3. I could try the seagull. I call it the seagull mouth because, like, when I was younger, that's how I would draw birds. Was I would draw them like this. But I already used that on other me, and I made it look really good. I just want to steal that. Maybe no. I have that on the other ones too. We'll go this, and then we'll go one smaller. Okay. I like what I'm onto, but we're gonna move everything up one. Oh, that's so much better placed. Give you matching eyebrows. Should I make your eyes? What does he look like with your eyes one smaller? No. I think they're good how they are. Where was I? I was here. The default eyebrows kind of look good, but I would definitely need a facial mark to go with them. Oh, here. That's looking pretty good. I do need to give him a facial mark. What about these? That's pretty good. Peter Griffin chin. Surprisingly fitting. I'm not really generally that big of a fan of the Peter Griffin chin. But honestly, I feel like that kind of works. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by Discord. So I got a message. Should I keep the Peter Griffin chin? I'm really tempted to keep the Peter Griffin chin. Let me try a couple others. No. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm stuck on the Peter Griffin chin. I'm happy with how this is looking. Can't really use anything over here because I was avoiding those. I feel like I'm almost there. I'm so close to being done. What if I make your mouth? Oh, that's so much better. This guy just looks like a Jonathan, you know? I don't know why he looks like a Jonathan. He looks like a Jonathan. I'm probably going to end up naming him Jonathan. And then we'll make him tall. We'll make him a little thinner. There we go. We have Jonathan. Oh, I know what I'm missing. Hang on. Let them cook. Hang on. Well, now I'm torn on the Peter Griffin chin. Okay, let me go back to these. No. I feel I'm so close to being like really happy with how Jonathan is turning out. Like I think his face is good. His hair, I might have to. You know what it is? It might be his hairstyle. I'm gonna try a different one. I'm gonna try a couple different ones. That's pretty good. That's really good, actually. Which do I like more? Oh, I definitely like this one. It's small, but I like this. Can I does it look different that way? Ooh, there we go. I don't know about you, but I think Jonathan is complete. This is feeling this is feeling real Jonathan. You ever just feel Jonathan? I'm gonna post that on my Blue Sky. Hang on. New post. You ever just feel Jonathan? Oh, my Blue Sky is unhinged. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, back to this. We will take a screenshot so I can remember what Jonathan actually looks like. See, the only issue is I wanted to make a video trying to trick my friends with my custom Miis to see if they would think they're Nintendo. They're Nintendo made Miis, because that has happened. I've fooled a couple people. Theo with the yes period. Okay, thank you for confirming that that you like Jonathan. This is how Jonathan is going to look. Um, can you tell that the name Jonathan is very much a vocal stim of mine? It's so fun to say. I don't even remember what I was saying before. I already forgot. Jonathan's just that powerful. Thank you for the assistance, Jonathan. So I have a screenshot of Jonathan. I'm going to put him in my folder. And then let's do what I want to do. Okay, let's challenge myself a little bit. Let's do a girl. What do you mean I've already started working on me? Oh, her. Yeah. She was the last of the CPU Miis I made. So you're a little confused there. We're gonna make a girl who wears brown. Because brown, I find, is really. It's not difficult for me to work with, but it's one of the. It's probably my least favorite color on this, along with, like, just in terms of my own taste, brown and dark green are my least favorites. So let's see. Weren't there live five Jonathan? No, there were five Jonathans, and then there was Black Jonathan. If I have that clip right. Um, I want to just use the default head shape again. I already did that. I could do this. Oh, excuse me. I may need to go get an energy drink to keep myself awake. I don't. I'm not actually like gonna fall asleep or anything, but I'm tired today. There might be five Jonathans in that one particular clip of that one skateboarding game on the PS2. I think it was PS2. Yes, there are that many Jonathans. As Kedikris said, should I pick Jonathan, 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 or Black Jonathan? Because they're all the same character model, just recolored for different things. Why did my mic turn red? Was I peeking really bad? I probably was. I was laughing. I mean, come on, it's all the Jonathans. How can I not laugh at that many Jonathans? It's like pivoting YouTuber references. Matt Rose video. Someone dreamed that they tweeted 1 quadrillion wasps. And a bunch of people responded. They were like, that's too many wasps. You should have tweeted about that many wasps. Which, I mean, I agree that it's too many wasps. But also, that's just really funny to say. Just randomly tweet 1 quadrillion wasps. And it was like, don't. You could tweet about wasps, but not that many. Come on. Then again, I can handle if you are tweeting about 1 quadrillion wasps. But if I'm in a room with a single wasp, I will run away. And I know that because I did it in my senior seminar. There was a wasp flying around in our room. It wasn't even flying, it was just sitting there for a while. But as soon as it started flying, I I panicked. I had to get the hell out of there. It was embarrassing. I'm not going to deny that. It was embarrassing, but I had to do it. I wasn't going to be in there having an anxiety attack. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. You can keep your brown hair, sure. And what ice do we give you? Nothing's jumping out at me right now. Maybe these. I like where this is going. I'm gonna leave them like that. I will make them blue. So I feel like that's fitting. I'm gonna pick all the features and then, arrange them as I see fit. Just because I feel like that's gonna work better. Uh, I like that, but we're definitely going to make it one smaller. Two smaller, even. We'll make it two smaller, and then we'll make it one bigger. There we go. That looks good. I do want to do some arranging, though. What if I make them narrow and then move them down? No, that doesn't look good. No. I'm thinking you definitely need different eyes. Maybe. More maybe. Less maybe. Not feeling great about those ones. These ones, we're going to do... an old mate trick I know. We're going to make them big. Then we're going to... No, we're not going to do that. I don't like how that looks. That has potential. If I do that. Now we're going to leave them like that. And the nose... Yeah, we can do the nose one smaller. I guess there's always room for basic... I'm just going to turn my TV off so it stops saying no signal detected. Like, yes, I know, my Switch fell asleep. Thank you. You don't have to remind me. Default eyebrows feeling kind of good. What if I do? Can I move this up and make it look good? No, I don't like that. I think this is the position, but I definitely have to do something about the nose. I was hoping the default would work out, but I just don't think that's in the cards for me, as I like to say. No. Maybe, actually. That could work. Are you smaller? Yes, you are one smaller. Actually, I like that. Yep, all I gotta do is fiddle around with it, and it all ends up working out. Because, like, now that I'm looking at this, like, again, some of these you see and you're like, yep, Nintendo would make that. Although, I will try... No, that doesn't look as good. I think this one is the play. My head itches. I might take my headphones off and play Spotify through my computer speakers because there's not much else going on. I cannot read that message. Well, hoping you feel better, Pitt. That's never fun. Oh no, my mouse! My mouse has fallen down, and do not even think about leaving the page before I tell you to. I'm gonna make you a little thin, and we're gonna bump down your height by like 7 units. There you go. Everything is fine. We saved it from the falling mouse, although now my cable's all fucked up. Oh god, I need to blow my nose, but I don't want to do that into the mic. Okay. Well, first I have to open the new box, but I have to briefly mute my mic so you don't have to listen to the sound of me blowing my nose. Because I just kind of get the feeling nobody would actually want to hear that. Especially like me blowing my nose right into the mic, that would peek it out and it would be gross and Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I have paused my Spotify in an attempt to mute my mic, so I'm doing great today. Okay, that was worth it. And now we take a screenshot of you. Save it to my computer. And then move you to the folder. You know what? What was I thinking? I should have told. I, I was asking one of my teachers for a recommendation for my teaching assistantship, and one of the questions she asked me was like, "How organized are you?" And I was like, if I have a big project, I'm pretty organized. I should have said that, and I didn't, and I wish I had, because I have folders for days on my computer. Okay, let's go back. We'll do a guy. What color am I feeling for him? I do want. Okay, you know what? So a lot of the me's that I'm doing, that I'm redoing, I have a lot that would be grouped in as like child and old in Metopia. And I want to do more of them. So you know what? We're going to do. While we're here, we're going to do a couple young me's. There's a difference between young and child. It's kind of just. It's not even just vibes. It's kind of easy to tell sometimes, but you know. Let's. Are there any child me's with the orange or pink skin tones? I think there's a couple, but there's not many. I only see one. Yeah, I don't see that many. There's already only like 18 child me's in the game. Why is my nose so stuffy today? What is happening? Is it this one? Or is it this one? I think it's this one. I'm gonna do that because I wanna try it. Already we have to make you nice and short. It's only in the spirit of child me's, and then we'll give you light blue. Feels, does it feel good? I am quite organized, but I do have like too many folders. The age old issue of having too many folders. What about yellow? You know what? That feels better. We're gonna go yellow. I'll give you that because a lot of child me's have that particular blush for some reason. I did also just realize I have another child me who wears yellow. I don't care. There's at least two in the main game, so why should I care if I do? Oh my god, they're crashing so much. You could do that. No, I always thought that one looked kind of stupid. Unless I do this. Now that's looking more like it. I'm going to make you a little bit shorter. There we go. I will make your hair black. See, the thing is, I'm trying really hard. So far, I just have the blueprint of a CPU that already exists, and I do not want to just recreate a me that already exists. Um, so I'm trying to pick like different eyes. I want to pick a different nose, that kind of thing. I am feeling this mouth. Actually, what am I talking about? There's three child me's in the main game who wear yellow. Hello? I forgot about the one I actually like. Yes, that's just showing I need to play Wii Party U again. I will mod that game one day. I'm also gonna blow my nose again. Hang on. Yeah, be glad I was muted during that because I accidentally bumped the microphone, which would not have sounded good. I punched it while I was streaming last weekend, and I don't want to do that again. I did not mean to click on those. See, the thing too is there's some options. This is how it's going to be in any mini, but there's some options that I just don't really like. So that narrows it down, but then I also have to, fit the vibes. Could I do. Excuse me. Could I do the thing that Zekai does? Well, he's already. That, again, there's another child me I forgot about who wears yellow. There's four of them. Bro, get my autism together. I'm just going to start over. I'm not really feeling this one. I am feeling yellow. I am feeling nice and short and kind of thin. We'll go like this. Then maybe since Chris pulled it off. Where's the one that Chris said? Is this it? No. I think Chris was a fluke that he pulled that one off. That doesn't look right. That's just Zekai. I will try the thing I did with his eyes. That's just another me I have. God damn it! Why are child me's so annoying to make? I didn't want to do that. I'm glad I was only playing the stream for a couple hours today. It's already been an hour 10 minutes. I was only thinking of going for maybe 2 hours, and I might not even make that. You know what? That's how it is sometimes. That's just life, isn't it? You know what it is? I feel like the brown hair, I need to do something else. Can I make it blonde? I'm gonna make it blonde. And I do this. I'm getting somewhere. I'm gonna change from. We're gonna do this. This is also. No, you had the default. What if I did? What if I went with the default? How would that look? Not bad. It's honestly not the worst. Can I stop needing to blow my nose, for the love of God? Okay, hopefully that is the last time I have to blow my nose. I might have to go take a Mucinex or something after I'm done. You know, I'm committing to this. I'm sticking with this again. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be here literally forever. And then I will try. Actually, I should probably. I have a whole folder. I already mentioned this, but I have the whole folder of Wii U Mii's. I should see how Zekai's eyes are actually aligned. I think it is like this. It's a little smaller. There we go. I like how that's looking. We will go down a little bit. Will we? Yeah, we will. Actually, what I'm going to try. No, the skewing makes the eyes look weird. I don't know about that. That could also just be Mii Studio. That's a Mii Studio thing. It's ever so slightly inaccurate from like the actual Mii Maker on Wii U slash 3DS slash Switch. So, you know, that's not annoying at all. Definitely not an annoying thing I have to work with. Hello, Peter Gabriel. Okay, we're going to make your nose. Move it down. And do this. And then we're going to make the nose one smaller. Okay, you're getting there. You're getting there. What eyebrows are feeling good? First, it would probably help to make them blonde, so they actually are consistent. Oh, I like where I'm going with this, but I can't decide if I like the eyes. Jeez, this one of the Mii's I was already planning to replace. Let me. Nope, not that one. No. That's good to know. Wait. Okay. I'm being paranoid again. I'm just going to keep him open as a reference. This me is kind of based on one of the ones I wanted to replace, but I'm just like doing it a little better. There we go. The jump between those is very. I can be your angel or your devil. I'm a big fan. Uh, okay, the more I'm looking at the me that I was thinking of replacing, the less I'm actually thinking I want to replace him. You know what? Why not? I'm going to keep the me that I thought I wanted to replace. You know, sometimes all you need is a little bit of experimentation. However, there is another one I can replace. So start the same way, short, thin. We're going to do this. We're going to start off very Ricardo-esque. Nope, I need hair, not eyebrows yet. I'm thinking this hair is not it. I keep looking at that, thinking it's going to be anything, but I'm pretty sure it is not. Can I do this? Maybe. I'll come back to that if nothing else feels good. This is an old classic. This works pretty well. Default hair works pretty well. I'm going to keep to the default and run with that, see what happens. See, the problem with child me is I feel like there's not that many good eye options for them. Great. I need to blow my nose a fourth time. Imagine being on stream. Your nose is fine before you start stream, and then you get on stream, and suddenly your nose is extremely stuffy. You have to keep blowing it. It's stupid. Dear God, just let me have my fucking nose back. I don't want to keep blowing my nose. It's very annoying. I have no clue what eyes I want to do. You know what? I'm gonna try a girl for the child me. Feel like for all the child me's I made, the girls actually turned out like way better than any of the boys did. It was kind of insane how that worked out. Like I have a lot of child girls. That sounds really weird, but a lot of the I have a couple. I made a like a mock-up We Party You difficulty chart, and like I have a good few girls in there that are child girls that are in master difficulty because I like them a lot. I was impressed that I managed to do that. What if I did? No, I already did the Susie hairstyle. Let's try that one. I already did the Sophia hairstyle. I did this one. I'm trying not to do repeats if I can avoid it. I mean, nothing wrong with multiple me's having the same hairstyle, but like, I want to at least be varied for this session because it's not going to go very long. I already said that. I'm out of it, man. You didn't think I was even. I thought I was at least going to make it to like 2 hours. I might not even do that today. What is wrong with me? Well, actually, I know the answer to that. What is wrong with me is I slept like garb. Absolute shit tier sleep. And also, it took me forever to fall asleep. And even when I did, it was like 5 a.m. So I did not sleep enough. And it's showing. What if I do this? No, like, I could do that. I didn't actually use that on anyone. I am going to change the color. I could go dirty blonde. I could go blonde. I'm going to go dirty blonde. Because that is the vibe. Sometimes you just got to go with the vibe, whatever the vibe tells you. Yes, 5 a.m. Please do not ask how that happened. Something tells me I'm going to fall asleep nice and early tonight. And by nice and early, that probably still means like 1:30 at the earliest. I'm such a night owl, man. I have a problem. My gut is telling me green eyes. You ever have that happen? Probably not, because I'm the only one who makes CPU me's. Also, I'm not gonna lie, when I read your message in chat that said 5 a.m., I thought you said Sam, and I was like, who the hell is Sam? What is who? But yeah, I just can't read. You'd think I'd be able to read after getting an English degree, but nope, still can't. There we go. Just had to move everything down to get more of the child me vibes. Not today, Jerry. What do you want? You want? I love that song. And it is what is currently playing. You know, is there a different mouth I can use? I just used that one a few me's ago. I want to try for a different one. Oh, now that's where it's at. Now I have to go small, pretty thin. We're gonna keep the same size. What color? Do I want you to be purple? You know what? Purple looks good. We're gonna keep you purple. The last thing I'm iffy on is the nose. I already have him. Who has that? Yep, that was the right choice. Banger. I'm so good at this, man. It's almost like I'm pretty qualified to release a mod with 111 customies. I even have a custom plush of one coming in. So we will take a screenshot of you and then move you to the folder. God, I'm so out of it I couldn't even find the cut button. God. You know what? One more try. Just one more me. I'm gonna go. I've been thinking about doing an old guy for what? That sounds really bad. I've been thinking about making an old guy for a while. I'm I'm committed now. I am going to look at some references of the old guy me's in the normal game. Oh, a lot of them have like the same head shape. Interesting. You know what? Sure. We'll go that one. And we'll go that. And we'll keep you with that skin tone. We'll give you gray hair. Did I ever use... I did. There was one guy I used this with, I think. No, that was a different one. You know what? Even though I don't really like... This just looks like Bernardo now that I look at it. But I'm going to make you blue. Which was that? That's... Oh, that's that one. And then the tall one is this one. Yeah, those ones look stupid. I don't like those ones. Could do that. That's just Evo. What if I go... Not that one. It's this one? That one. I already have it. Yeah, again, just welcome to the inner workings of my mind where I can't decide on anything ever. Could do that. That one's not bad. I already used that for Jonathan. I could do this. I'm going to try that, see what happens. I like this idea, but I'm going to do it with different type of eyes, I think. I never use these. For good reason, they're really hard to work with. I want to use those. Could go with these. Those are reliable. Could go with these. I already used those today. Could go with these. Oh, I like how that's looking. I'm going to go back to this size, though. Let's see, it's this one. Let me make that one smaller. Move it up one. Now, I think it's good, except that's not meant to be there. Now I'm on to something. I think what I'm on to here. I have to remember, I never used this like toothy grin. I should use that at some point, I feel like. Man, yeah, I'm glad I decided that today was going to be kind of short. So once I'm done with this guy, I will be done for the day. And then tomorrow, I'll actually have a much more active stream because I will be playing SMS randomizer. And hopefully not losing my mind because that did happen to me. I might do another practice attempt today, actually. I had fun. That playing SMS randomizer genuinely helped me get better at Sunshine. You know what? I know no one in the original game used it, but like I kind of like this. I like the default uninterested mouth. It just works on this guy. And then for eyebrows, you do these. Nope, not that one. Oh, here we go. This is this is a guy, you know? This is a real guy. We're gonna make his eyes whatever color my mouse lands closest to. That one. And above green, we'll go green. Actually, will we or will we stick him black? And do I move these together? Yes. Why does my Spotify love Keith Sweat so much? Plays him literally every time I'm just listening on shuffle, I swear to God. You know what? I think yeah, stuffy nose problems. I think this looks pretty good. I'm gonna keep this, I think. Oh, do I want to give him glasses? There's not that many Mii's in Wii Sports Club with glasses. Like, I like Mii's with glasses. I will try the rectangles. Oh, that's so good, actually. What a good choice. Do I color them? No. I don't think so. Do I want those or do I want the small rectangles? No, I want the big rectangles. They feel more grandpa, if you know what I mean. I think I'm pretty happy with this one. But you know what? Was it 5? Yeah, so make 5 out of now 36 because there's one of them I decided not to replace. 5 out of 36. I'm not going to complain about that for only being live for a little over an hour and a half and only stopping because I'm tired and my nose is stuffy. I'm hoping I'll be able to come back tomorrow with more energy, but like, I don't know. Today was not it. Not the day for me. You know what I mean? Um, But yeah, I want to do this again. Hopefully, Monday. I'm gonna check the tracking information on the package that I have coming. Are you a porn bot? Sorry, I'm getting distracted on my blue sky. You look like a porn bot. I'm going to block you. Anyway, let me check the tracking on my email. Oh yeah, I forgot I looked up the poem. There's a poem by a guy named William Carlos Williams that's literally just about how he ate the plums that were in the freezer. And it is genuinely one of my favorite posts of all time. Not posts, poems. Because if my me plush is the whole reason I'm doing this, if my me plush is coming in on Monday, and he does, which I hope he does, then I will stream a celebratory. I'll do a celebratory me making stream. Yes, expected delivery still Monday by 9 p.m. That is a little late. I probably won't be streaming that late, mainly because I have shit to do this week. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do next. SMS randomizer tomorrow, and then possibly another me making stream on Monday. But this one was nice. It was nice to just sit here and yap while I made me's. Maybe Monday I will hope that I'll hope that I have the mental energy to like actually properly explain um how I actually make my swordplay showdown mods, because then I could just post the clip and people will stop asking. I'd be so excited for that. Um, Maybe, hoping to finally end the days where people only know me for my swordplay showdown content, because I don't want to make that anymore. Anyway, this is a very nice, just shy of 100 minutes. I had fun. Made some good me's. I will be putting them on my 3DS so I can get their QR codes. But I'm gonna head out. Oh, come on. But Spotify just hit me with the song I've been super fixated on lately. God damn it. That's not really relevant to me streaming, but yeah, I'm gonna be out of here. Gonna blow my nose again. Gonna practice some SMS randomizer in preparation for tomorrow. I forgot the word preparation. That was hype. And yeah, I'm still not good at outros, so I'm gonna hit my stop